What up, Metalheads? Gorguts, considered dead.
And if you can guess these two albums, you get a high five.
Yeah, no, Isaac really wants to. He's obsessed with these guessing albums.
But it tests your skills in guessing albums.
I mean, can I show this to you? And like, here, okay. There's that one. You can't see the, this one. Well, yeah, I can't show you.
Let me show you.
Pretty sure you guys only, if you're dumb, you can't guess these albums because these are some pretty obvious. These are some pretty obvious albums. Anyways, Gorguts, considered dead. Very technical death metal by I can't pronounce this guy's name, but the classically trained musician who played all kinds of instruments from piano to violin to what else? I think he did all kinds of things with music, and it definitely shows in all of his work projects, not even just this album, in all of his stuff. This album is probably my favorite of Gorguts. I just love the little vibrato squeals that he does on the guitar. I like how unique this sounds. For a tech death band, this sounds really unique. You can hear the proper musicianship in it. The patterns of each and every instrument complementing each other. The vocals took me a while to get used to, but after a while, the vocals I grew to really like. Honestly, I don't think there's a single thing about this album that I don't like. I mean, maybe for the fact that it's a little stiff. A lot of tech death suffers from that. You hear me talk about that a lot. But it's acceptable here because it works. It's acceptable here because it's not just like most tech death bands where it's just trying to show off. Look at how technical we can be. This is technical, but in a way that like classical music is technical, but it still has these musically sounding, enjoyable, patterns. And that's what happens here. The drummer is absolutely phenomenal. I think the drummer is like mind-blowingly great.
He is really great drummer.
Yeah. What do you have to say about this album, Isaac? He only heard this album twice. We actually, the last 2 days when we were working out, this was our workout album. So that's the only times he's actually heard this album.
Yeah. Actually, I've heard it about 2.5 times, probably.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. 2.5 times. But,
yeah.
So what do you think? What are your thoughts?
The guitar work is really good. Again, yeah, like you said, very stiff. But my favorite part is either the guitar or the drumming.
Okay.
I love the guitar so much. It's so melodic, kind of. It's pretty really, melodic.
It's like
pretty
technically melodic.
Yeah.
And there's so much in depth to each pattern that's being played. You're not getting any simple pattern. You're getting like really in depth, magnified musical structures and patterns, and magnifying melody. It's almost like you're getting maximum of something. I just think it's amazing. There's nothing really that bores me in this album. I like it. Even when the soft strings that he plays, like in the introduction to the album, opens up with these strings that are really soft and melodic, and they kind of echo as if they're being played in some kind of like dungeon or something. Yeah. I like that. I think it's great. The slow moments are even just incredibly unique. Like
you were saying about the echo doesn't even sound like it's in a cave or anything. It's like cave echo is like.
It sounds like they're in whatever the cover of the album is. The little
like they're playing there.
Thing.
And his vocals, in my opinion, are great vocals. They're really good vocals, but yet they're just they just support. Yeah, they're kind of just support.
Yeah, that's true. The vocals aren't like you don't listen to them and you're like, whoa, those are good vocals. They just go with the music.
Yeah. To be honest, this album is actually kind of plain. It's just
okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. It is. I can see that, yeah. Because it does do... Yeah, okay, it uses the same spices and the same... It has a lot to it. I wouldn't say it's plain, but it uses the same ingredients almost all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the only time, actually, the ingredients get changed when Gorguts makes music is when it's a different album. Each album sounds very different than the other one, I've noticed with Gorguts. This one just happens to be my favorite. It sounds more classical and more classic death metal in general. It sounds like more true to old school metal. and I guess that's why I like it. I'm a big fan of old school metal versus other things. Like their newer album, what is it, Colored Sands, sounds really modern, almost industrial. You know, almost even in some cases it sounds like a watered down Meshuggah, but
I don't know what Meshuggah is.
it's a band,
a
gent band. So, anyways, yeah, I would actually give this album 8. This is an 8.
Ooh.
And I actually strongly recommend this to anyone who likes tech death or technical death metal.
Really, I would probably give this album. I'm probably gonna give this a 6 just because of its and just
you're
kind of the uniqueness.
Okay, so you're just saying that it's just slightly better than an average album.
Yeah, it's a little bit better than.
It's not just an average album.
Yeah.
It somewhat interests you.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So there it is for you. Consider Dead by Gorguts. All right, any other albums you would like for us to review? Recommend them in the comments. I will say the next one we're going to review is something that I've been wanting to review, and it's Cormorant's Earth Diver. Or really any Cormorant album. Put in the comments what Cormorant album you would like for us to recommend to review. Because I know one of you guys, I can't remember who, but one of you guys have been wanting us to do some prog rock or prog metal, and hey, I am so down for prog metal, man. I love prog metal a lot. So, see ya!